Alright, what's up? So today we are back with another video. It's going to be very similar styled to a couple I've done previously. This is going to be me beating down on another T4H member. And I know I enjoy these videos, so I hope everyone else does, because I mean, who doesn't like seeing a T4H member desperately try to cheese and desperately lose in a devastating fashion? But this is going to be T4H Lyle today. He's not one that I've kind of touched on much. You know, if you've seen my rank streams, you've seen me fight him. But this is a fight that I've seen, or this is a fight that took place not too long ago. This was a stream that I done. It was people were picking my fighters, and as you can see, I was forced to use Jack Manson, who's not the most, you know, he's not the best in the division, but he is decent. And then he obviously goes the best submission artist in the division. I mean, all these know what he's going to try and do, but obviously, like I said, this is T4H Lyle. He's number 5th ranked in the world, part of the T4H clan. Just a bunch of cheeses. I've gone over this many a time, but you know, some people still new to the channel, so this is going to be that. He's number 5 in the world, like I said. Currently, he's out there RNCing, you know, standing guillotine and knee spamming, clinch spamming, takedown spamming, backpacking, undeniable RNCing, hood exploit, and you know, anything you can think of, this man's probably doing it. And yeah, alright, let's get into it though. It was a good little scrap. So here we are. I have a record of 4-3 on him, which is actually quite disappointing because, see, this was taken just before the season ended, so obviously the points are a little bit messed up. But if you go on Xbox currently, he is number 5 in the world. But yeah, so here we are. We obviously, if you're gonna fight one of these people, you need to be able to have that straight lead hook ready. You need to be able to kind of, you need to be ready to be, look, him even using the straight lead hook, you know, maybe he thought I was going to clinch him, but look, 30 seconds in, I should have been a little bit more heavy on the boxing just to interrupt and clinch. He's got me down in 30 seconds. That is literally the worst case scenario possible, and boom, goes for a rear naked choke, the most OP sub in the game instantly. This one does go on for a while, but it is a nice little slow beat down. Here we are though, denying another RNC. Now, even though obviously these are very dangerous subs, currently I'm very heavily focused on just denying it. So to be honest, I'm kind of happy to sitting back, obviously I have to give up mount because I'm not risking him getting that RNC. But I was happy with him, you know, just going for that RNC and draining his own stamina. So this fight against submission artists, well, against cheeser should I say. Yeah, I am using the mount bubble just against that motherfucker. You need to fight fire, but he against these people, I like to get the stamina advantage. I like to drain them, you know, from missing the clinch. I try to sway the clinch. I try to lunge from the clinch. I try to interrupt the clinch with punches. I like to try and get a lot of denials off on their submission attempts. On the feet, I try and like keep them away. I try and deny their takedowns as much as possible. Even if I deny their takedown and go into tie whip, you know, I try and bring them up against the cage. I try and body knee them. It's all about that stamina advantage, because if it does hit the dreaded ground with somebody who's trying to rear naked choke you, it's definitely best case scenario just to try and get that submission in, or just to try and get that stamina lower, because if they get the submission and you have a stamina advantage, you know, you have a much more better chance of getting out of that submission than if you know, were headhunting the whole time. You're throwing out your stamina, you know, you're at 50% stamina. He's, you know, constantly shooting takedowns, but maybe you're getting some of the denials, and then just headhunting again, you're wasting more stamina, it's getting blocked. You just really want to focus on their stamina, because at the end of the day, obviously you can get a quick KO, but you really want to go with the long run with these people, you know. If you're good enough defensively anyways, and you realise, you know, once this hits the mat, I can still survive, it's not going to be GG's as soon as it hits there. Here he is, spamming undeniables, but I do have a nice side control, so I keep it for a little bit. But the amount of undeniables he does is just really hard to, it's hard to keep him there eventually. It's kind of like, you know, you try and buy on every one of them and he eventually gets up. But here we are. Look, I'm saying that, look, I'm just throwing out them body knees from even the passive clinch just to try and lower that stamina. Any inch I can get of stamina is a, you know, a good little boost.
Not like Lyle's.
So definitely not the best starting round I would have wanted. I mean, my head health's not looking too pretty. My stamina isn't looking too bad. I know my stamina isn't looking too bad in comparison to his. He definitely takes the first round, but we were able to deny his submission attempts, and we were able to really make him work for every position, and didn't give him too much damage either. So look, we have perfect health going into this one. Lowered there by a 2-piece, but this round we're looking to even, maybe if we can get on top. Look what I mean though, you know, if he's gonna clinch, you gotta fight fire with fire. I clinch him back, I do those body knees. He was protecting the head after the first knee, because I think he was anyways, probably to defend the standing guillotine. Look, jab, body straight, jab, body uppercut. See what I mean? That was going to be the lead hook, rear body uppercut. Everything I'm doing, it's definitely just to ruin that man's stamina. I go up top with a head kick because he's starting to get conditioned. He knows what's coming. But at this point, it's like, can you stop it? He's going for a lot of side steps as well, which you'll notice. So I start going for the straight body kicks. Side steps are a very useful tool to be able to just, you know, evade straight strikes. But some people spam them and it's quite irritating. So you got to counter that with a straight body kick, you know, lead body kick, rear leg kicks, stuff like that, hooks and other things. So you'll even see me pumping out the double jab into body straight, another straight body kick. Look at this, I'm interrupting his strikes. I hit him with a 4-piece there, straight lead hook, body straight lead hook. That's a real stamina sapper for him. I do get out, but he gets the rock off the break. I was definitely just focused on defending the clinch again. He kind of caught me, you know. Sometimes you can be like too wary about the clinch, and somebody else can strike decently. Like Lyle's definitely not, you know, the world's best striker, but he knows what he's doing on the feet, so he can definitely catch it if you're just too heavily focused on the clinch. Look, he is trying to sidestep that first strike, so I go down sometimes with the double jab to, you know, he can evade the jabs, but at the end of the day I'm trying to really sting that stamina, so that's what you see me doing there. It's a good tip against sidestep spammers, you know, maybe even let them dodge the first strike, but just always try and hit that stamina afterwards, because then they'll have low short term and they'll do even more. He has got some decent damage off here, but I can just tell, you know, unless I get caught with a spin kick here, I should be able to defend myself pretty good. And I've been hitting him with those interrupting straights, which do sap your stamina more than you may think. You know, because that's him actually winding up for a strike, and I basically just stop it. So it's basically like a whiff strike, you could say. He's getting hit to the body again with that jab body uppercut. Definitely one of the most useful tools possible. Can create a hit reaction a lot, so you can hit off it even. He hits me with my own little lead hook rear body uppercut, but not too opposed. Oh, and there we go. I hit him with a good, really nice rock. Boom, and get the drop. And there we are. Look, that you can just tell that was a critical rock, so that stamina is not feeling pretty. Now I've hit him with 2 body knees in the cage when he has lower short term. This man is feeling it currently. You could say that, you know, maybe the fight was quite even up until that point. Even maybe he had the stamina advantage, but look, at towards the end of that round I was landing a lot more strikes. I got the rock, and then I got the drop, and then after I got the drop I was hitting him with body knees. You know, you'll see me, I got the head rock, I got the head drop, but you can't turn headhunter heavy in this. I've worked the game plan and I need to stick to it, so here I am hitting the body again, you know. And even oh look, there we go with the interrupting straight again. It's just so good, especially Hermanson seemed to have a really nice 1-2. I like how long it is. Here he is, but something that doesn't happen, or something that, you know, you may not be thinking is, he went for a lot more in the first round in terms of takedowns and clinches, but it is hard to tell just to the naked eye, but I am definitely making it a lot harder for him. You know, you can tell sometimes, you'll see me just throw that straight. Look at that, throw that straight. If that was a clinch, he was getting rocked. Now I'm trying to slip off to the side, so he's starting to hit me to the head a little bit more, because I'm definitely making it a lot harder for him to clinch me up and grapple constantly. Here we are. Straight lead hook, rear uppercut, and we get him. That's the second drop of the fight. His stamina is depleting, and then on top of that, I take him down with that judo throw, which is a big chunk of body health, but it's also a big chunk of stamina. There we are. He does do a good job at denying that crucifix after 2 denials, but I'm still able to hold side control here. He's definitely just going for a lot of undeniables and then going for a real one every now and then. It does drain my stamina, which is quite unfortunate, but I'm still getting those denials because even though you may think, well, I had such low stamina there, how did I get that denial? He had no grapple advantage because he was getting the transitions denied himself, but as well as that, he was also not punching me to get that grapple advantage up. Definitely one of the most key things to do on the ground. You always got to be kind of doing those little tiny punches, those little baby punches, a lot of people call them, because it's going to get you grapple advantage. Look at the top of his bar, it's halfway there, but he does go for an extremely slow transition. And then look, I deny his transition and get max. So now here I am in top mount. I get a lovely denial. I get a denial and half guard, and then I move to top mount and get a denial there. Here we are, still in top mount. Gotta make sure. I'm pretty sure he would get out of this one. Yeah, I had around 40% short term. But just look at this. I mean, against a man who's been rocked and dropped, and he's been thrown a lot. He's been hitting me with a lot of head punches. The odd body kick, the odd spin kick to the head, his takedown attempts, his clinches, his body knees and stuff. They've all taken a toll on his stamina, and my God, did he nearly finish me there. But just look at his head health, or just look at his my stamina. It's extremely high. Pretty sure he nearly bops me here. Yeah, I nearly got absolutely done in, but I still took that round via the stun and the drop, and definitely not the most, optimal position to be getting your head KF'd in, but it definitely was something to, lower that stamina of his, and I'll have somewhat of a decent recovery going into the next round here, as I've not been dropped or stunned technically yet. And there we are, and luckily Hermanson is known for his cardio in UFC 4, so I mean, I'm just going to start putting a pace on this man. I'm going to start boxing the ears off him. I was boxing the bleeding ears off him, kicking the bleeding legs off him, but no, that is the plan currently, just to definitely get those. Look, there he goes, he clinches, but because of that low head health, I throw that hook over the top instantly. I get the rock, and I go straight back to the body work. Like I said, you cannot give it up. Lead hook, rear body upcut instantly. Body kicks again. And then look, he's whiffing. He's going for his Hail Marys. He understands. He's down on the scorecards, and he's definitely down on the stamina and health. I mean, you definitely think my head health's a little fragile, but after a single clinch, he got hooked one time off a knee that he attempted. There he goes. And now he's going to break. Oh, and he gets a standing guillotine. But shout out to Max. God ain't my pig. He's definitely... Just through watching him, he's definitely helped me get a lot better at those, just escaping the guillotine before the submission even starts. Boom. There we go, denying another judo throw, just another stamina sapper. He was definitely going for that judo throw to see if he could maybe get a side saddle arm triangle. He does go for another one of them. I thought he was, and there we go, get out instantly again, even when he was twisting. Now it's just getting into, he's fishing for anything. He's fishing for a clinch. He's fishing for a double leg bail. He's fishing for... I'm pretty sure I get this denial here though. RT. Oh no, I break on the second one as soon as he tries it. And look, now I'll go back to the body. Oh no, I go back to the head actually. Interesting. I would have assumed I went back to his body just to keep that stamina up, but maybe I thought he would have denied it. And there I am going to the body, and then I hit him with the lead body upcut in the body straight. He fails another judo throw, and look at that. That's the first sign we're breaking him. As soon as he went for that judo throw there, he was in the red zone. He was in zombie mode, as we like to call it, and boom, he misses that and gets lead body hook. Get lead body hook again. It's all falling. It's all going downhill from him for him from here. He gets the double leg torn denied on the cage. He does get the backpack, but all I have to be wary here of is the RNC. There's 40 seconds. There's a minute and 10 seconds left, and past that 40-second mark, I know I'm kind of safe. He does have 0 stamina though, so I should be safe on this back sitting armbar. I think he does start to gain a little bit of progress on it. No, he lets it go. Now he'll probably go for one RNC left. No, he's just going to hunt for the back sitting armbar. doesn't have 0 stamina this time. Yeah, he starts getting a little bit of decent progress, but you can definitely tell that I am in the lead. But with these submissions, you really do need to fucking get in the lead by a lot, because that back sitting armbar, about 75% of the way through, it shoots up so quickly. Here we are. That's another round in the bag though. 4 stuns, 1 body health event, and 2 knockdowns. What absolute dominance. I'm going to check the rounds here again probably. He landed 2 total strikes. I mean 2 total strikes. He went for more takedown attempts than he did land strikes in this round. That, I mean, is there anything more T4H than that? I sidestepped that and hit him with the lead body hook. It was definitely another Hail Mary, as I was saying. That kick can flash KO at any time. It's equivalent to the Deontay Wilder right hand, except he, you know, well, actually, just like Deontay, he couldn't land it and get the finish off it. Unfortunately, Deontay did land it last night, but still got his bum ass slept, so. Here we are. He gets a nice tune and takedown into side control, but I know that takes an extreme amount of stamina, so I go into half guard straight away, regardless of him having good side control. I was confident in that. I do get the side control denial. 4 minutes 15 seconds left on the clock. I'm really in survival mode here. I mean, you have to think I'm 3 rounds 1 up. Last round being a 10-8. So I just gotta make sure I don't get armbar spammed and mount. Get submitted with something. You know, it would have been. It's risky being here, because no matter how much stamina he has, he's gonna slowly drain my stamina and just get it down to, you know, as much as he has, basically. You know, we're gonna have equal stamina before anyone knows it. But luckily I do have a good lead, so he's gonna have to start spamming a lot of submissions if he really wants to get down there. And by that point, I might even go for the leg lock. I'm just not giving him anything after all those RNCs. He's definitely not going to be able to try and get. I see what he's fishing for there. He's going for hooks only. And what he's doing there is he wants me to lean into the hook so he can get like a stun and mount, which drains my stamina to probably 20%. So that's what he's going for there. And I do go for a leg lock. He has 0 stamina. I thought, why not? I'll give it a try. But this submission is so unbelievably ass. I mean, I was tracking his bar decently and everything. He didn't even get defender strikes prompt. Look at that. I'm on his bar. And I just cannot get it. It is such a slow submission. Look at my bar and I have such a big stamina advantage. So he does recover into mount. I did go full the way with that stamina, or with that leg lock, so I gave him the submission back, which is a bit or I gave him the position back, which is a bit unfortunate. I should have, in reality, I should have stood up and I should have finished him, but I was hoping that leg lock was going to be a lot more powerful than it is. Here we are though. This is probably his last Hail Mary of the fight, and I do escape it. Now this was extremely risky by me. I literally, if you can hear it, you know, the sun stream, so you can hear me maybe in the background. I say, please say he doesn't have a rolling knee bar or a push it up knee bar in half guard. That submission is by far the most OP joint sub in the game. I'm pretty sure, look at my stamina here. I'm pretty sure Lyle would have got this submission if it had not been 25 seconds left on the clock. Or do I get out? We'll see, I guess. You know, it looks like I was going to get out. Fortunate, because, you know, I don't want no excuses. I don't want someone to say, listen, the bell saved you. Haha, suck your mum. Nice boy, mate, to be fair. Very classy, but fuck him. Fully deserved. I do get the decision there. I know the last round was a little bit scary, you know, all those submission attempts, but that's how you have to fight, you know. You have to get those denials. You have to be focused on those submissions. It is T4H you're fighting after all. You have to be wary. You can never clock off for a single second. One locked in submission with, you know, even not full stamina, and it can be over. He got me a many submission that fight. It was just the top mount ones though. The top mount arm bars, if you don't have a stamina submission, are extremely hard to lock in, and as you're seeing, I did make it hard for him to submit me there. And that was an easy fight, if I'm being honest. If you're just careful on the ground against these, you have decent denials, and you can then work the body up on the feet, then it's kind of a wraps, to be honest. Look at this, 48-46, so I did get the 10-8 as I suggested, or as I assumed. I had how much control did he have? Let me see. He had 8 minutes 50 seconds. And how much did I have? 4 minutes and 30. But I mean, he went for 13 takedowns in the fight and more clinches than I can count. And I went for 3 and got 2 and controlled him for near 5 minutes. And he controlled me for near 9. So, but at the same time, I was trying to survive for most of that, you know. I know as soon as it gets back to the feet, you're back in my world. And even though Jack is probably worse than Jack Ray on the feet, Lyle just is nowhere near a player as good as me. So I think that'll wrap it up. T4H in the mud once again. Yeah, and that'll be that, boys. If you've liked the video, like would be appreciated, and if you haven't already subscribed and you want to see some more T4H bums get dusted, look out for some more soon and definitely subscribe. So yeah, that'll be me once again, and I appreciate everyone for watching. Peace out.